welcome into the matrix. Right, since I've got one screen and no time or inclination to edit these videos, well, you have to take a look at my editing software at the very beginning of the video and at the end. What I wanted to update you guys about, and gals, is the current state of affairs. So basically, I'm on lesson 18, which is O right now. I did have some issues with F, diddy daddy. Um, well, as it's pretty similar to U, and then L, and obviously all the rest of the four sound letters, well, characters, right? That aren't only letters, also like equals and dots and numbers won't be letters. So I'll just stick to the nomenclature characters. Mm, I did read a comment here on the forums on LCWO, somewhere in one of the user groups, commenting on the level of difficulty rising when one hits the four sound characters, which would be F, L, P, J, Z, and so on and so forth. There are more to come, right, with F in the very next lesson. No, not F, which was it? And there was Y, I believe. Yeah, Y. So, and the user that made this comment said that he actually gave up CW altogether because it was right over his head to actually wrap his hearing cortex, auditory cortex around translating those four sound characters into typed characters, basically. I did it worried me, and when I actually hit the F, I thought that for a moment, for half a day, say that that's it. I won't be able to continue from here onwards because it's just too hard. But again, with daily practice and perseverance, even a person as with as little talent as I have when it comes to hearing and musical hearing and hearing in general, if I'm able to overcome this, then I suppose everyone will be able to do it. So yeah, and yeah, from F I went to O, which was also and not only that, not only did I go to O, but I went there pretty quickly after hitting F. So I thought, since all the results I was getting from practicing F were so good, I thought to myself, so close to 100%. Right? So here we go, 100, 90, 90, and I've spent only 17, 8 practice sessions, 8 5-minute practice sessions, which is 40 minutes in total, learning F. And I thought, okay, I might just as well go to O since it's very different. It's first off a 3-sound character, and apart from that, it's 3 DAs, right? It's a very easy character to discern from all the rest. Well, it turns out to be pretty hard to and the transition was way too quick. Nonetheless, though, after 25 practice sessions on lessons 18, I believe that I've hit the point right now that I'll be able to move on to lesson 19. In total, today, I did hit the milestone of 10 weeks of daily study in a row. Initially, as you might recall if you've actually followed these videos from the very first one, which at this point no one has. I still find this pretty funny. And what I find even funnier is that I still keep making these videos, despite the fact that no one's watching them. Or maybe in the future someone will. you know, by the way, I'm making them because I would like to have such a series to, follow along as a motivation and, solace, right? On the less motivated days. So yeah, as I was saying at the beginning of the whole process of the whole project on the 3rd of December 2024, I was sort of planning to spend 1 week per character per lesson, and at this point I went almost twice as fast. So, even though I was judging myself, I believe I was judging myself too harshly at the start, thinking that I won't make it. And, it proves to be not as hard as one might assume. So yeah, if you're feeling motivated or think that you're just not good enough or have, too bad a hearing, I assure you that if you just, stick, and besides, you don't have to really put, you can look at it from this perspective. You don't have to put any effort in this, right? You just have to show up. Just show up. Show up and do your reps, do your practice sessions, and that's it, right? So you just sit, and regardless of whether you do well, whether get 10%, just do your reps and do reps for as long as it takes, right? So, I mean, not daily, obviously. I mean, you don't have to sit like me, for, 1.5 hours, or, especially at a time, right? Because it can get very taxing, especially on your ability to focus for a extended period of time. But, you know, if it doesn't go well today, just sit on the same lesson tomorrow. If it doesn't go well tomorrow, sit on it the day after that, and so on and so forth. And I firmly believe that there is no way that your brain won't actually get it. So yeah, just show up and do your reps. No emotions required, right? No frustration, no motivation, no drive, no better or worse days, right? Just show up. Just show up and do your reps, and you'll get there eventually, whether you like it or not. Right, that being said, okay, yeah, and also what I also want to mention are the custom practice sessions. So I've done, especially on this lesson, with the letter O. So O really did prove to be easy, but nonetheless it added one layer of complexity more on top of F, which was already tricky enough. So I just left O completely out of the custom practice session. I just focused on U, R, L, Z, and F. Z also being new, F being new, and then R being easily confused for F, not for L, and I've included L since it, at least to me, resembles F, and I was keeping confusing. I kept confusing L with F, and the other way around. So yeah, let me just show you how I'm doing. So again, I can't promise that all that my answers here will be as close to 100% as in my practice sessions that I haven't recorded, right? As the recording itself adds a bit of stress on top of the already stressful practice session. But yeah, just an hour ago, less than an hour ago, I've done 4 practice sessions, and all 100%. The last 5 ones were even 100%. So it's always like 1 or 2 mistakes, 3 tops, I believe. Maybe 4 was the most. So yeah, if I focus, if I keep my head clear, then it's achievable. All right, off we go. Hmm. Okay. Again, it went pretty well. I believe that I've hit the point where I'll just do 2 or 3 more custom practice sessions, and I'll just move on to lesson 19, introducing the letter Y. Da da di da, I believe. Da da di da. Oh. Da di da da, da di da da. I believe that, that will get massively confused with all the other 4 sound characters. Well, that's just the way of it. And have to accept the characters as they are, go with the flow, keep showing up for practice sessions, keep listening and typing along, and even the hardest of characters will eventually, by through its melody, get ingrained into your auditory cortex, and translate it into your um, like manual reactions. Right. Thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome back into the Matrix. And yeah, I hear you last time. Don't give up. Show up to your practice sessions, and keep copying CW. I believe I'll get there, and I'm absolutely sure that you will, no matter what you think of your ability to actually learn it or not. Right. Thank you very much, and I see you next time. 73.